They live in an era where their cities are armed with steel and concrete. Computers and electronics barricade their minds. It doesn't change the fact that there exists a lot of strange phenomenons, bizarre beyond reason or logic. Most folks just don't see them. There's a world of darkness out there, beyond time or space. A world filled with evil that is undeniably real. And in that world, there are things that run wild. Welcome back to another episode in the world of Anime-Backwhen. A lot of you have been asking me to do this one going back over a year, and you already know what I'm all about. I'm all about my family over here on this channel. So, here's my take on the classic OVA, Wicked City. Our story starts off with our protagonist, Taki Renzaburo, who's 28 years old and stands at my dream height of 6 feet tall, and sells electronic equipment for a manufacturing company in Shibuya, Japan. Well, that's what the IRS is aware of, or whatever the government of Japan is called. Whatever, you know what I mean. After one of his sexual escapades takes an extremely obscure turn for the weird, viewers are quick to learn that this version of Japan has a lot more to it than we could ever comprehend. Taki's real occupation is called a black guard, a dangerous position if you ask me. Now hold up, let's dabble into a side note before we continue on. We humans at times could be rather curious and downright obsessed with the paranormal and the supernatural. If any of you guys have ever experienced any of these things in your life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Going back to the better of 3 years, I've been experiencing something called sleep paralysis, which is a phenomenon that occurs on the fence between slumber and consciousness, shutting down your body and causing you to feel and see horrific things. Although many people for thousands of years have reported identical experiences, so it has become a part of nature and they even have a huge subreddit for it, there isn't a doubt in my mind that sleep paralysis is a bridge that connects our dimension and the spiritual dimension in the early hours of the morning. Bringing this back to Wicked City, the anime did exactly what I figured it was going to do, which was tap into the curiosity of this world and potentially a world we can't see, but actualize it and personify real entities that interact with the ones in our world. So over the history of this fictional planet Earth, humans have had instances of making interactions with what they have given the name the Black World. Unfortunately, just like in our world, there can only be so much peace between nations and groups for so long, before at some point anger and warfare can manifest between the two sides. Despite treaties being implemented to provide harmony between both parties, ironically, just in time for the creation of the anime, what do you have it? The 500-year expiry label on the most up-to-date treaty is about to run its course, and it's time to round up the elites back to the table to negotiate a new contract. So starting off the show, Taki has been ordered to accompany a representative to the meeting alongside a female partner. What's interesting here is that there is a hybrid between parties of the human side and the demon side, as Taki's female partner is from the black world. As you're watching this, you'll hear certain jargon about sponsors and this, that, and the other, which almost reminds you of when people in real life are migrating countries and things of that nature. Not everybody wants to see this treaty of peace to maintain itself, which is the whole reason why black guards even exist. The radicals are members from the black world that infiltrate Earth, hell-bent on trying to kill the most vital person needed to see this peace treaty into fruition. And that basically becomes majority of the show. A cat and mouse game was trying to protect this old man, Mr. Meyer, until about halfway into the show, until Taki's partner sacrificed her life to save them after getting infected by a parasite. Once an opportunity presents itself for him to rescue her, Taki crosses over to the black world to scoop her back. That's as far as I'd like to go into the story, but I want to close it out by saying that it's hard to get a genuine enjoyment out of anime after seeing a certain amount, but there will always be gems out there that sneak in the back door and give you that presence of mindfulness when you're watching, just like when you barely seen 10 anime. Remember that? You can pretty much expect the same energy in Wicked City that you get from any of the other dark OVAs and movies from the golden era. That vintage animation was at its finest here. There's nothing really to be said here with this one. Wicked City is simply a high-quality, enjoyable anime. It's serious but easy to follow, with a fun plot, characters in which you care what happens to them along their journey, an element of romance underlying throughout and sees closure towards the end, enough edginess and strong creep factor to get under your skin, a phenomenal world aesthetic, wicked art style, no pun intended, Great action executed with original concepts and interesting use of psychic abilities and gimmicks that keep you hooked onto the screen the entire 120 minutes. This is a high priority list film for any of you guys that haven't seen it. Go and watch this anime immediately. Like the video, comment down below what y'all want to see next. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Anime Back When.